Looking up on the pitch for Cardiff, and it's for all those reasons that a good crowd has converged for the visit of Connacht. The absence of 9 regular starters who are with Wales ahead of their trip to Dublin next weekend is the sharpest of curveballs thrown at Cardiff this weekend. Ben Donald's switch from Gloucester was confirmed in the last 48 hours. He's straight in from the start. Added Summerhill and Owen Lane are on the wings, having both missed game time before Christmas because of injury. Well, Connacht arrived almost complete, having suffered minimal impact by the Six Nations. If anything, with the rest after a tough first block of fixtures, they are refreshed and with injured bodies healed. 4 changes to the side, which beat Bristol last month in continental competition. Cian Prendergast, he switches to number 8. Cathal Ford is fit to take his place. And the 2 wings were both try scorers last time out. It's a Connacht 23 that will fancy its chances of ending their Arms Park drought. The last time they won here was 7 years ago. Well, we are awaiting the teams, but before we get underway, the Arms Park will reflect on the loss of one of its greatest sons. It's been a tough few weeks for rugby, particularly in Wales. But across the global game, with the deaths of 2 of the game's greatest names, JPR Williams and Barry John. The career of Barry John, the king, blossomed here at the Arms Park. And for club, country and the British and Irish Lions, he was partnered at 9 and 10 by the great Gareth Edwards. Now, Sir Gareth is here today. A pair of Barry's boots are on a plinth, and Sir Gareth will fairly shortly place them alongside them, a club jersey carrying Barry's number. But first, the roar for the arrival of Cardiff. They do have a couple of their Wales squad members back. Seb Davis, Mackenzie Martin, who's made quite an impact already this season, having only made his senior debut a matter of weeks ago.
As I'm sure you're all aware, earlier this month we lost a Cardiff,
and now for that very significant moment, reflecting on the career and the life of the man they knew as the king.
Barry's one of the greatest to ever play our game. In the blue and black of his beloved Cardiff, Barry played 93 games, scoring 24 tries and 30 drop goals. We're joined tonight by Barry's wife Jan, his 4 children, grandchildren, and a host of former teammates and players. And we ask you to join us first for a minute's silence, followed by applause. Please join us, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, as Sir Gareth said during the week, it's at the team reunions where those who are lost, their absence will be felt the most, and particularly by that man there, Sir Gareth Edwards. And also saw Gareth Davis and other members of Cardiff Wales teams and the family of Barry John. Well, down to business. Andrea Piardi took charge of last year's final. Next weekend he's in Dublin to take control of Ireland against Wales. And he gets an opportunity with an Irish team here lining up against the capital team from Wales. Well, good afternoon. I'm Martin Gillingham. Alongside me, Shane Williams. Now another feature of this weekend's round 10 games in the United Rugby Championship, the so-called Origin round. So you'll see a fair few different shades of socks out there. All the players tipping a hat to the clubs with whom they started their careers by wearing those socks. I suppose first question, Shane, is if you were playing today, what colour would your socks be?
Yeah, nothing flashy about my socks. They'd have been all black. Neath was the Welsh All Blacks was my first side, local to me.
On his feet, on the ball.
So nothing flashy at all there, I'm afraid.
The classic black of Neath. Well, first penalty going to Connacht, and they mean business here. JJ Hanrahan not looking at the uprights, looking for the corner. That's Lepeti Tamani.
Yeah, that's a mark.
Yeah, it's not the start Cardiff would have liked. Tamani is a great carry, isn't it? Just off the feet on the clear out.
Connacht, how many plays?
It's an easy out for Connacht.
7.
How many times do we see teams like Connacht as well getting points on the board early on in this game from these areas?
Dave Heffernan today starting at hooker for Connacht.
Move!
Has been quite a while since Connacht won here, going back 7 years, but they will fancy themselves. They've not been significantly depleted
Okay, that's one.
by the Six Nations, just a couple of big names. Mac Hansen
No,
also
away.
injured, but unlike Cardiff, have got 9 away, plus
Ready
another
to
injured.
use.
They've got their hands full. Well, a minor victory in the bigger picture there for Cardiff.
Yeah, they've redeemed themselves there. The forwards of Cardiff, they had to really. Didn't really attack that line, no, waited
Guys,
for
that's the
Connacht to land.
As I said, you put your feet. You adjust. You adjust. You first.
Thomas Young back in
That's the
action.
mark.
He's had a
Adjust in
string
front
of
of
nasty pulls and niggles and tears of the calf muscle, and you'll know, yourself, Shane, being a sprinter, once you've got those, they're desperately difficult to get rid of, aren't they?
Yeah, fast twitch is a nightmare. I haven't got fast twitch anymore, Martin, but that man certainly has.
Coach!
For a back rower, he can shift, and he's a great player as well.
Boy!
A lot of people asking why he isn't being involved in that Welsh team a bit more, but he has had a string of injuries.
The old break foot being called there by
All the way back.
Andrea Piardi. Yes, one of the people I saw walking behind the stands about half an hour before kick-off. David Young, father of Thomas,
Please, I need to see your break foot, okay?
former head coach, former director of rugby at Cardiff.
Yeah.
Tinas de
Guys,
Beer will be
wait.
well aware that Callum
Wait.
Sheedy is on his way to Cardiff next
Hey,
season.
Wait.
There's been some signing, though, hasn't he? Tinas de Beer played a lot of rugby for Cardiff. He's been great.
There goes Caelan Blade. Look out for the two Connacht wings today. They roam from one side of the pitch to the other, often seen working in combination. Shane Bolton and Andrew Smith are quite a compliment to one another. They're wearing one. Dennis Buckley, one of the veterans for Connacht, and they've got themselves another penalty. Early signs a little bit ominous for the hosts.
Yeah, change of tact here from Hanrahan. Realised that the lineup didn't quite work early on, so he's going to take point. A lot of pressure from Connacht on this team. Again, that's the second penalty against Cardiff in that tackle area. Belcher believes that he was there, he was on his feet, he can go for it. Referee says otherwise.
JJ Hanrahan, who's played in all 3 of the major leagues, had a spell at Clermont-Auvergne in Volcano country in France.
In the lineup, wait.
Also time at
Wait,
Northampton,
before leaving
now
the lineup.
playing for his 3rd club in the United Rugby Championship, having started out at Munster and most recently with the Dragons, not terribly far away from here. So Hanrahan straight in front. 35, 36 metres out. Well, a little bit of a smile. He knows how close that one came.
Yeah, skimmed the post, didn't it? But nice kick, gets Connacht on the board. All the rugby's been played in Cardiff's final third at the moment. And they probably had to get points on the board there. Cardiff just need to clear their lines, play a bit of rugby in the corner side. There's far too many errors in discipline.
So the beer with the restart. Connacht with just one away win this season, although it was in the heat and humidity of Durban. I know the Durban currency is devalued, if you know what I mean, in recent times, with them really struggling, beaten a little bit earlier today by the Stormers, although they came very close at Kings Park. Here goes De Beer, great step. De Beer, he's got support on either side, and the pass was weighted, but in the end, it didn't quite go to hand, but there was an opportunity, the first real one of this match, and it fell to Cardiff. And it was created by that man, Tinus De Beer.
Yeah, it was a huge kick from Connacht, wasn't it? But what a take this was from De Beer. It's a massive kick, look at that. Right on the halfway line, just stays in. Lovely right foot step, see you later. Does the right thing. Just the pass is a little bit delayed, isn't it, to Summerhill. What a try that would have been.
Okay, break foot, please. Break foot.
Good to see Aled Summerhill back. Had a 3-month absence because of a hamstring injury. This is his second game back from that. Rhys Carré up against Jack Ainger on this side. Ainger has become something of a local hero, a folk hero in Galway.
Let's go.
Scored the try which sealed the deal against Munster in the last round. That almost went astray. This is David Hawkshaw just being held up by Ben Thomas. Good carry forward there from Seamus Hurley-Langton, the New Zealander. There's Joe Joyce, who slipped seamlessly into the Connacht setup. Already a regular starter after so many seasons. Again, not that far away from here at Bristol. Joe Joyce will have enjoyed that win against Bristol in the Champions Cup.
Line.
Yeah, Connacht very confident, aren't they, in their ability to transfer the ball. They're in their own 22 there, trying to get into the perfect position to get the clearance.
Cardiff are going to have to dig deep today. That's stolen at the line out. There's Caelan Blade throwing the long pass. It wasn't necessarily to anyone, though. That's Cathal Ford taking the contact. Blade getting his hands on it to Hanrahan. Here's Tiernan O'Halloran. Halloran gets the ball away. That was to Andrew Smith over on the far side there.
Big rangy back three with Connacht, and they go into that contact. They're strong men. They look for that little one-handed offload round the back of the Cardiff defenders. See a lot more of that as the game goes on.
Hanrahan was after that. It is eventually smothered, though, by Jacob Beetham, the young fullback. Can win it. Away with Wales. Win it. What a remarkable last 12 months he's had. He was playing for Wales under-20s this time last year. Now well set in the senior squad. Ellis Bevan deputising for Thomas Williams.
Touch by Blue.
Well, just caught the fingers of Aled Summerhill, which is why it's going to be a Connacht line out.
Line out. Line out. No.
Yeah, it was a big kick. Ellis Bevan right close to the touchline, so I'd give Aled Summerhill an opportunity to get under the ball.
Okay. Line out.
Looked like if there was any contact there, should have been a knock on, but referee's given the benefit of the doubt. We'll have a line out for Connacht.
Cardiff, sorry, please step. Thank you.
11 play! 11!
Stay true.
That one goes to Joyce. There's Blade onto Hanrahan. It's spilled. So the referee playing an advantage, which doesn't come.
Touch by blue first. Just a knock on.
Yeah, it's a great line, and that's what we want. Ball from the back there. It's a simple ball, simple pass. Catherine Ford just sees it a little bit late. The handling's been really good up until that point, and the conditions aren't the best either.
I think he also saw Thomas Young, didn't he, coming at him?
That's it, when the conditions are a little bit wet, as a defensive team, you can kind of rush that defence a little bit more, because you know the attackers aren't quite as comfortable on the ball. Because the ball is wet, you always kind of second-guess things. When you've got Thomas Young flying out at you as well, low trajectory, it's going to make you think twice.
Say up! Up!
Piardi, having to take evasive action, did rather well. As indeed did Tinas de Beer.
It's a very clever kick there, isn't it? Tinas de Beer's had a look.
Stack him back.
Not quite a 50-22, it's come back. Let's have a look, yeah. The scrum is actually beyond the halfway line, isn't it?
Take him back.
Not quite a 50-22, but a clever kick nevertheless. I'm sure Cardiff are going to compete for this one.
Guys, time off, please.
Put the pressure on this line out from Connacht.
Please, don't close the gap.
Always uncomfortable for the wing when he sees the ball go disappearing over his shoulder.
Especially with the 50-22 now as well, because it's, you know, usually got the comfort of having the ball back, but now with a savvy 10, they also get the ball back if they got a 50-22 more at stake for the back three.
Connacht won't worry about the rain coming down. They're used to all seasons in a weekend at the sports ground, wind and rain. On there from Thomas, there's Thomas Young. He flicks it infield. Gathered there by Hurley Langton, showing a bit of pace. Taking play outside the 22.
On the body, not on the ball.
Connacht rather got the better of Munster in the last round when the rain started coming down at the sports ground. Took them 65, 70 minutes to overhaul the champions. Eventually it was that try scored by Jack Angel which sealed it.
No, don't do that. Use it!
Again, Connacht just comfortable playing their own 22, and they're waiting for that perfect opportunity to clear their lines. Here it comes.
Blade gets it away well. Tinas de Beer couldn't do much about that.
Connacht on the line. Connacht line.
There's good and bad news, by the way, about Talupi Faletau, who we have yet to see since the World Cup. Faletau, who, you remember, broke an arm in the game at Nantes against Georgia. Well, the arm is very much on the mend, but we understand he's picked up a bit of a calf injury. Well, that was a long old wait for Shane Bolton. He seemed to get a little bit confused. The right wing there for Connacht, who's now back on his feet, got the ball in his hands. On there to Hanrahan. There's Caelan Blade. Hanrahan once more. Andrew Smith, I told you to keep an eye on the wings. They'll pop up all over the pitch for Connacht.
Yeah, they're very busy, aren't they, the back three. That time Shane Bolton's come all the way from the right wing just to get involved in play. And vice versa as well. Andrew Smith will get involved on the right-hand side. It's great to have attacking back three like that. They work so hard off the ball.
Yes, the numbers don't seem to really impact on them. Andrew Smith was wearing 14 last time out. Shane Bolton was wearing 11. They've now swapped jerseys.
I think those days are gone of left and right wingers. You know, I played on the left because I had a left foot and I didn't have any right foot whatsoever, but didn't have much of a left foot actually, to be honest with you. But this day and age,
modest, come on.
Well, I didn't kick much, that's for sure. But this day and age, they're athletes, are able to kick off both feet. Oof.
Well, that goes into the grass area of Seb Davis. But the referee has seen what looks to be quite a nasty injury
Thank you very much.
You can see the medical staff straight on.
Yeah, I think you can see from the reaction from Ray Lilo as well.
Stefan, I believe we need to clear
There's a
these
collision there of some sort. Oh.
Well, it's
Time
Shane
off.
Bolton.
TMO check.
Between 13 blue and the player and the green player on the floor.
Clear on offside, straight on the head, no mitigation. Yeah, Stefano, we are in front on the screen. When you're ready, please put that on the screen for review.
Well, this could prove a telling moment in the encounter. You may well have heard the referee there saying no mitigation.
Okay,
that's
Stefano,
his first
please.
reaction.
Can you confirm there is a clear head on head? Yes, we have a clear head on head. High level of danger because it's direct contact. I cannot see any mitigation, and I believe the number 12 can be lower, and have a duty of care about his action. So I'm thinking about a red card against number 12.
I agree. Clear line of sight. No sight, no significant drop behind.
Yeah, Stefano
Stefano, are you agree
Penny,
with us?
the television match official.
So, camera back to me. We are seeing high level of danger. Full play, yes, because we have had contact. Is the red. It can be lower. High degree of danger. No mitigation. Red card against 13. Agree with us?
Well, Ray Lilo, who turns 38 on
Stefano?
Tuesday,
I cannot hear you, Stefano.
is learning the
Can you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
brutal
Okay.
reality of the modern
13
game.
is the number.
Yes, I agree
Cardiff
with
are
that.
going down to
us, it's a red card.
14.
Everything.
Don't need you. 13. 13. Clear line of sight, high level of danger, direct contact with the head, no mitigation.
Well, Ray Lilo, I think he knew it was coming, resigned to his fate.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree, isn't it? Certainly when Shane Bolton, there was a slight dip, but I would say that Ray Lilo, he turned his head. He wasn't even looking where his head was going in the direction it was going in. Huge contact to the head, and as a result, Shane Bolton's had to leave the field as well, and that man, Ray Lilo, has the red card.
Tom Farrell has come on for Connacht.
More in the 5.
Niall Murray. Niall the Murray, who is playing in the second row today for Connacht, not his brother Dara. Good carry coming from Ford.
Crawling. No, I'm happy with that.
Quickly taken by Bevan. He knows he's got to take every opportunity that comes his way. Well, Caelan Blade made good ground there for Connacht.
No head neck contact for me, play on.
Quick thinking though from Ellis Bevan.
Now there's 4. Use it. Free away.
Joe Joyce just setting up the bridgehead.
Don't shout like this. I tell you when the ball is out. Stay behind. Last feet. Use it.
There's the Connacht captain. Hooks it away, but only, what, 10 or 12 metres or so outside his own 22.
Yeah, a little bit of an argument that Caelan Blade feels he was high tackle, but I think he was going to ground. It would have been almost impossible for Ellis Bevan not to make contact there as he went to ground.
Well, another untidy line out from Cardiff, but it may well work. Here's Thomas Young, threads it, and Farrell immediately into action, but he is taken over.
When I think it was back by Green. I believe so. And then no knock on by Blue.
Well, I think we can work on the basis that Thomas Young's calf is all right.
So scramble ball, taking back.
Such a clever rugby player, isn't he? He knows he's so close to that touchline there. Open side flanker, Rhys Carey, thank you very much. He had to put it ball to foot there. Farrell's a big man. He was just going to put him into touch otherwise. It was smart, quick play. Shoulder to shoulder, as they say. But it's just one Cardiff for scrum.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so it was really close. Yeah, so for me, it was not clear enough.
Okay, this is one of our plays.
Yeah, no, I agree, JJ. But it was, in my view, wasn't clear.
I'm sure Sir Gareth will have approved of the quick thinking of Ellis Bevan. Quite an opportunity for him over the course of the next few weeks with Thomas Williams away with Wales.
Yeah, these are the times that it's your shop window, isn't it? It's your time to kind of shine, get out there, perform, get a lot of game time. Ellis Bevan, he's been sharp at the start, former under-20.
Guys on the side, number 6 is
Wales
coming
player.
up for HIA. 6 blue.
Yeah, I think we're losing Ben Donnell here at least for a dozen minutes or so. There he is on his debut for Cardiff. He's going off for a head injury assessment. And he is moving quite gingerly.
Don't leave the line out too early. Okay, wave the throw and then you can leave.
Ben Donnell at his third club in less than 12 months. This time last year he was at London Irish. Mackenzie Martin is on. Another player who's had quite a remarkable few weeks from making his debut for Cardiff since the World Cup to now being a fully fledged member of the national squad.
He's probably chomping at the bit, isn't he? Mackenzie Martin, he's been involved with the Welsh squad. He hasn't quite had the opportunity there, but the experience will only make him a better player. He probably couldn't wait to get out in the field today.
Set.
So Bevan with the pudding. Caelan Blade trying to make as much of a nuisance of himself as he can. Lepetti Timony, powerful carry. They're within 3 metres of Cardiff. They know that they have to take every opportunity that comes their way. Playing with 14 men for what remains of the match, and there's quite a lot of it.
You have the advantage.
There's Bevan, the referee's got his arm out. Connacht have come offside.
Yeah, move him.
There's Mackenzie Martin.
Stay behind.
Bevan once more. Deciding to go wide. Great little step. And there comes the score. And that was glorious from Ben Thomas. The first try of the match. And they've done it with only 14 men on the pitch.
Yeah, gutsy from Ben Thomas, gutsy from Cardiff. The penalty was coming anyway. The pick and goals weren't quite working. Connacht had that sussed. Stretched them out wide. Lovely little dummy. It's the first time we've seen Ben Thomas with ball in hand. But the damage is already done from the forwards inside.
Well, you can't begin to pretend that playing with 14 men is in any way an advantage, but it certainly appears to have lit a fuse.
I'm fine, thanks.
That's the way to answer back, isn't it?
10.
Go a man down.
You have the shot clock over there.
Put the opposing team under pressure, come away with 5 points, potentially 7.
And Tinas de Beer adds the additional 2, so Cardiff lead by 7 points to 3. 7 years since Connacht won here, almost to the day, February 2017. There are 1 or 2 on the Connacht side playing today who were involved in that match, particularly thinking of Tierno O'Halloran, the fullback, who kicked a drop goal just 3 minutes before the end, which settled the contest.
No, live.
Quite an eventful opening quarter.
Okay, use it.
Ray Lilo having received a red card. Cardiff fighting back though with the opening try. There's Bevan onto his left foot. Finds a decent touch.
9.
That was a good kick, actually. Joe Joyce was all over that. Don't even know how he missed that charge down, to be fair, but it's a lovely kick. Get your team out of trouble, right back on the halfway line. Exactly what Cardiff would have wanted.
Good crowd today, Shane. Plenty of reasons for people to come, obviously. Always a lovely place to visit, right in the centre of the city. Carry forward there from Connor Oliver. A little bit of additional vim and vigour about Connacht now. Thomas Young, well positioned, got his hands to that. Securing the turnover. There are no shortage of good sevens in Wales at the moment. Thomas Young, one of those who feels he should have more caps to his name. Oh, that's a neat step. Oh, that's rather good. Andrew Smith.
That was great play from Thomas Young. Not only did he turn the ball over, when the ball was on the floor, no one else wanted to jump on it. He was the first guy to get it, get the ball back, present.
No!
Thank you very much. Ball on a plate for Mr. De Beer.
Ball is there. Use it. And 3, 4.
Blade hooks it away. Well, you wonder if Cardiff can keep on throwing the punches for the full 80 minutes, but they're applying a lot of pressure. But this little cameo here from Andrew Smith. 3 steps. You'd have been proud of those, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's three defenders beaten there. That's the problem when you kick that long or that far, and you've got a single chaser. When you're going that quick, a little step is always going to kind of beat you and get you around the corner. But not only has he got a left foot, he's got a right foot step as well. Great play.
Tamani pumping the knees within a metre of the 22. Here's Rhys Carey. Tackle coming in there from Ford. There's Tinas De Beer. Thomas once more, just tries to thread that through. That was meant for Owen Lane.
Yep. So blue liner.
Yeah, the red card seems to have woken Cardiff up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. Stefano, just check.
Again,
Blue line out or
Lepetti Tamani initially with the carry. Cardiff fans like that. The corner's just with a push defence there, pushing Cardiff to the sideline. Always an awkward one for Owen Lane.
No touch by Green, so we say with Green. No touch by Green, by the TMO. Yep. No touch by Green.
Just resolving over there quite whose throw it is.
Open, please.
He did rock, paper, stone. Rock, paper, scissors, stone to see who that was. And don't get anyone new.
Yep. Yeah, one of you. So 2 things, guys. The first one is the gap. Sometimes it's too close, so please open a little bit. And the second one, couple on each side.
Men like Rhys Carey, Lepetti Tamani.
Okay. I gave a benefit of the doubt to them.
They carry a huge responsibility today.
Both of you, once per team. Now that's over.
Yeah.
Next one
Rhys
is
Carey, another player as well that a lot of people are scratching their heads why he hasn't had more opportunities under Warren Gatland. The only way he can prove people wrong is to be playing well for the Cardiff.
Here goes Belcher. The ball slipping through the fingers of the jumper, Mackenzie Martin. Belcher wants it once more. On there to Thomas Young. Young spinning his way through. They're 3 metres out here. Can they get it down? Shane Lewis-Hughes right in the thick of that. Just for a moment, Cardiff thought they might have scored. It's there with Timoney once more, just slips it out the back of his hand. Connor trying to hold it up. Cardiff looking to get it down. Andre Piardi's on all fours. He's awarded the score. It's another Cardiff try.
That was brilliant refereeing. He just dropped to the ground, put his head right in the action. And if someone deserves a try, it's that man, isn't it? Thomas Young, he's been everywhere. But it's great refereeing, no question whatsoever.
Well, we're getting 1 or 2 appeals from Connacht. It might be worth taking a look at this, the build up to this try. Now it's that. Are there 1 or 2 question marks about that? Your thoughts, Shane?
Well, the question is Thomas Young in front of Belcher taking the ball off him? Are they going to look at that, or are they going to actually look at the placement? Look at this referee in here. He is right in the action. Thank you very much. I think there's a number of questions he can be asking.
Well, I think the position there of Thomas Young rather questionable.
Craig, they're speaking about forward.
Yeah, we can hear that the television match official Stefano Penny
Yes, we are arriving.
is raising a couple of questions about that.
What was your view like?
I wasn't sure if he was in front or next to him, so...
So it's the distribution of the ball from Liam Belcher to Thomas Young.
I'm arriving.
Yep, when you want.
Certainly caught my eye in open play. And now I think the TMO has seen it. Coming up in a couple of moments. What do you think of this?
Oh, yes, he's in front.
He's in front, he's ripping the ball.
Yeah, okay, he's in front, he cannot do that. So with the last,
well, it's not going to count, is it?
Correct.
No.
Just
so the player is in front, so he's a full advantage. No, I wasn't playing. No, I wasn't playing any advantage.
Yeah, probably the right decision. He's in front when he actually rips the ball, but if you look where where the contact is, he's behind Belcher, but he flips around, he's in front of him, takes the ball off him, therefore the ball's gone forward.
That would have been quite handy for Cardiff.
So forward part, scrum, green ball. Guys, that's the mark? Okay. Yep.
Let's go, Adrian, that's here.
Connacht having to soak up a few punches in this opening 25 minutes. It really has been a spirited opening half hour or so from Cardiff.
No balance, number 3.
Early engagement there from Cardiff, that's why we've got the free kick.
They are more than 10.
Just a bit eager there, Cardiff front row. Wanted to have a little crack at the corner scrum to see what they could have back, especially in that area. We want to put the scrum under pressure, try and get a poor kick from it, still get the line out because it was a free kick.
Cardiff looking to play with tempo. Termini. Another carry from the big fella, Joe Joyce. Trying to get out of there, but not doing a good enough job as far as the referee was concerned.
Rugby league-esque, wasn't it? Couldn't wriggle anymore, to be fair. He's not happy. I get it, I do get it. He was wriggling as much as he can, but he wasn't getting anywhere. Hindering the ball coming back for Cardiff. Penalty all day long.
Yeah, he was like a fish flapping away on the deck, wasn't he?
Guys,
he's kind of missed the contact with Tamani, isn't he? And when he's down there, it's a difficult. Shane Lewis-Hughes almost stays on top of him a little bit, almost wins the penalty for him, but he's still angry.
The ball plucked by Seb Davis.
11. Yep. No,
Penalty
11.
against Aled Summerhill.
Ball still in the line out. 11. 11 early. Offside.
Out of the blocks too soon. Offside, says the referee.
Well, a line-out isn't a place for a winger, let me tell you. But obviously it's a play that they've been practicing. Just a little bit eager on the left-hand side there, Aled Summerhill.
Time off. What do you need? You need that? Okay, you need that. Okay. Take your time, okay? Take your time. Yeah. Time off.
Lepedi Tamani just getting some treatment. He is a crucial figure today. They don't have too many carrying options, Cardiff.
Stay at 10, please. Okay, don't creep the line on early, okay? Thanks.
Tamani's their #1 in that respect. It's one of those weekends, Shane, where if results go a certain way, there could be a degree of separation between the top 8 and the bottom 8.
Okay, ready to
Stormers
go. Time back on. Yes, stay there.
winning earlier today in Durban. They're on to 30 points, so it's now Ulster with 28 in 8th place.
More!
Cardiff down on 21 at the moment. There's Hanrahan. O'Halloran just shoveling that on. Connacht well aware that they were running out of real estate over on the far side. The carry from Hurley Langton, young man from Taranaki. Great rugby country, but the ball being left behind there. And it's there for Cardiff.
Backwards, not clearly forward.
Yeah, Keenan Blade, he likes that blind side, doesn't he? It almost looked like there was no room whatsoever. A lot of players defending there. But sometimes attacking sides just want to take you close to that touchline as they can and open up the rest of the width of the field. Just didn't come off that time. Too many hands.
Okay, use it!
There will be some Cardiff lungs burning tonight, whatever happens.
Advantage over
the course of the next 50 minutes or so of game time. Caelan Blade putting it down, gathered by Andrew Smith. There they are, 10 metres or so inside their own half. Carry forward, they're uncompromising from Hurley Langton.
Good.
Caelan Blade, Hanrahan. Cardiff know they have to make every tackle. That one coming in from Shane Lewis-Hughes. That was Ainge at that time, just presenting it the tight head prop.
Use it!
Connacht attackers, when they are hitting that line, they're staying quite upright. I'm surprised Cardiff haven't tried holding the attackers up and tried to turn the ball over on the maul. They're looking for that offload every time.
Okay.
Both Smith and Beetham rose for that one, but neither came down with it. You could see that Jacob Beetham was saying, I wasn't the last person to touch it. The referee answering in the affirmative as far as he was concerned.
Okay, guys, that's the mark.
Andrew Smith pirouetting, couldn't find the ball.
Yeah, I can't wait to have.
We've got a couple of good young fullbacks at Cardiff. We talked about Cam Winnett, there's another one, Jacob Beetham. Knee injury last season, didn't see him at all, but when he has had an opportunity this time, he's done pretty well.
Crouch.
Well, he'd be looking at Cameron Winnett, wouldn't he, and thinking, well, you know, he hasn't been here long. He's already established himself in that Welsh side. Racking up the stats in the Six Nations. Get myself fit, why can't I do it? And rightly so. He's a talent.
With the likes of Liam Williams going over to Japan, Lee Halfpenny now in New Zealand. It's certainly been a vacant berth. Cam Winnett has made it his own. Oh, Liam Belcher losing it, but he went backwards. Bevan rescued things. Tinas de Beer.
Tackle! Knee on the ground.
Belcher wants it in his mitts this time. Oh, had to take a couple of grabs then.
Use it!
Here's Ellis Bevan. The Betty Tamani now. That's on the Cardiff 22.
Inside!
We've been going half an hour.
Use it!
Cardiff still with their noses in front. Just 14 men on the pitch for Cardiff. Bevan hooking it away.
Yeah, again that time Niall Murray nearly getting the charge down there on Ellis Bevan. Hasn't quite got enough players in front of him to stop that charge. But he's cleared the lines for his boys. He's been kicking pretty well today.
Rain, you can probably see there, still coming down steadily in Cardiff. It was threatening to rain all day, but then started at about 3 o'clock. Powerful carry. Hurley Langton and on there to Smith, and Smith can really sprint. Now, can he get it away? Well, it's been turned over by Cardiff, and that was timely.
Great cover there from Jacob Beetham, and I think the second man to help Cardiff out there was that man again, Thomas Young. I'm just looking at the socks. Yellow and black socks he's got on. That's the only way I could see him from the bottom of that ruck. Saved the day again.
Ellis Bevan getting a good clearance away. Seamus Hurley-Langton just finding his way through, but that was a fantastic tackle from Jacob Beetham.
Yeah, it was a great tackle, and this man's got pace as well, but he's outpaced him here. Look how clever Thomas Young is again there. He read the pass, read the offload, saved the day. Great cover tackle from Jacob Beetham.
5 turnovers so far for Cardiff. Cardiff 3 wins from 9 matches so far. One of the other 6 was a draw.
We wait. Okay. No head injury. Okay.
They're below 50% at home, having lost 3 of their 5 matches here.
Are they coming with a 9 at the front?
Yeah, they've come close to winning more games as well, but losing either in the dying minutes or the second halves against teams.
I understand.
And that's the difference sometimes.
Guys, a clear
You've got to play for the full 80 minutes.
You're in or out? You're out, stay out.
It was a fantastic win here against the Stormers after coming so close against the Bulls. John Muldoon, you could see on the right there. He was the captain of Connacht the last time they won here 7 years ago. Through goes Castleford. Blade. That time it was Murray. That's Hawkshaw. Here goes Heffernan. Blade onto Joyce. Good hands from Joyce. Onto Farrell, and Farrell is just rather too easily dumped into touch.
Big double hit there. Ben Thomas, Jacob Beetham. Once again, you see Caelan Blade going down that blind side. He likes it. He'll keep going there. Look at this, both. Double hit. When you got that touch line there as well, it's a lonely place for Tom Farrell. He's got nowhere to go.
Don't close, Green, don't close.
Oh, it's gone straight through the fingers. Heffernan pounces on it, but it slips away.
So,
well, there's
guys,
at least one knock on there.
First knock on is blue in the line out, and then knock on by Green here. Okay? First knock on is blue, and then by Green, scrum Green.
You shorten that line now. You don't really have to throw that far.
Okay, that's the mark.
You can manipulate the defence, but it's just a little bit of an overthrow there from Belcher. Always risky.
Seb Davis, one of those players who's been released back to his region by Warren Gatland.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So a decent attacking position here for Connacht.
Guys, time off. Reset. Reset. Let's go. Quick reset. Okay, guys, this side, keep your bind up, okay? Don't change the bud. Have a good binding, please, okay? Yeah, I understand. Okay, let's go.
It's 10th against 8th here.
This side, keep it up.
Both these sides know that
don't push him and stay high.
if they are to bridge that gap, which is starting to open between 8th and 9th, they have to get a win.
Bind!
Connacht have got a couple of attractive fixtures coming up. They've got both the Scarlets and Lions at home. After this Blade, he's going to attack the short side here. Well, he's taken down by Tamani, but that was high. So there is a penalty advantage for Connacht. There's Kian Prendergast. Oh, it's going to be a yellow card. And now Cardiff are down to 13.
High tackle, 8, lot of force through the neck.
Yeah, there was no hiding that one, was there? You can see that from everywhere. It's like a wrestling move. I know kind of Blade isn't the biggest. It's just his left hand, isn't it? Seat belts it. When he's hanging off your shoulder like that, a big man like I, there's only one place you go in.
Yeah, okay.
No grumbles from Lopati Tamani.
Problem is now, Cardiff have 13 men on the field. Corners are 5 metres from the try line. They'd be devastated if they don't come away with a try here. Just before half-time.
Yes, 4 minutes of this first half to go.
Okay, guys,
And the Arms Park has fallen a little quiet.
No. Win on the line them or not? Okay. Stay there. Okay. Time back on. Win, stay. Watch the front. Yeah.
So Heffernan with the throw.
Move!
Murray there just calling for a few of his mates here. And it's well set up. It's there with Heffernan. Now, can they get the control? And need to get the choreography right. Well, Cardiff have defended it pretty well.
Don't play the ball. Don't play the
It's
ball.
there for Caelan Blade.
Stay behind.
Well, it's going to take at least another surge. Cardiff defending for all they're worth.
No, away.
The seams of this Cardiff defence being stretched and ripped and torn, but at the moment just about holding firm. Blade gets his hand there.
Leave it there. Leave it, bro. Leave it.
Well, you can hear Connacht pleading for a penalty. There's Blade. Long past that time. They're over the line. Have they got it down? The referee says it's held up. What a magnificent effort by a 13-man defence.
I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, that was a big disappointment from Connacht. David Hawkshaw was just screaming for that ball, and he was only in the inside post there. There was no Cardiff defenders at all to defend him. Just didn't quite go wide enough. Great defence from Cardiff.
And your player was bound to play a penalty, okay? Come back, Train. Held up. Okay, move on, guys. We play.
Well, Andrea Piardi putting Caelan Blade in his place.
Time on. Okay, 10, let's go.
That was just a shot to nothing from Cardiff defence-wise, because they had all their players bar one on that final third width of the field, but it paid off.
Here's Turner O'Halloran. Blade once more on there to Hadrahan. The centres combining. And now, well, the hands are not quite working, are they, for Connacht?
You know, definitely forcing it, Connacht, aren't they?
Thank you.
They probably just scratching their heads, thinking, how haven't we put any points on the board since we put that 3 points on? Just a little bit lateral.
Okay, Cardiff.
Andrew Smith screaming on the touchline there.
Okay, 4.
Previous to that, wanting the ball out there. No Cardiff defenders there at all. It is always a big risk to try and get it wide when you're about 5 metres from the try line, but
okay. Yeah,
just didn't come for him.
Stay there.
Well, the Cardiff knees are getting a little bit wobbly. They're on the ropes. They're waiting for that half-time bell, and there's the knock-on from Heffernan. Look at Liam Belch. You get a sense he's enjoyed this a bit.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, you're always going to get errors in the lineup in these conditions. Both Connacht and Cardiff have overthrown a few, knocked a few
Guys,
on.
that's the mark, please.
Stole a couple as well. Cardiff now will just eat this clock out. Try and get to half-time, not concede any points. It won't be a bad result, 7-3 at half-time. And one man with a red card and another man with a yellow card as well, 13 men on the field.
Approach. Boyd.
So many handling errors. We're playing on a synthetic pitch as well. Just imagine if it was like the old days.
Ball is out.
Mackenzie Martin having to do the recovery work, and he's done a fine job of it. Surrounded by the green jerseys. Last 30 seconds or so.
Use it.
Cardiff just looking to run down the clock here.
Use it.
Alice Bevan being told to use it. He's in no hurry.
Second back.
It's been taken back into the 22, so they can't go directly for touch.
Well, I think Alice Bevan be hoping that Connacht don't score from this kick. He just had a little bit more patience, run another breakdown, another ruck, I should say.
Another powerful carry there on the fringes from Conor Oliver. This Connacht back row really do have the potential to do some damage. Now there's some space for Niall Murray. On to O'Halloran. Blade. Hanrahan looking to stretch Cardiff's defence here. 2 men down, remember. Joyce falls on it. Did that go forward off the hands? A lot of Cardiff fans on this side think it did, but the referee remains unmoved. Blade. Prendergast that time.
No hands.
Well, it's a penalty.
Hands on the ground, taking the space.
Yeah, and there you are. Just needed a bit more patience from Ellis Bevan, maybe run another ruck down, kick the ball out, take Cardiff into half-time. It's a potential three-pointer for Connacht.
Okay, post goal.
I think this is what the crowd around us are shouting at. They felt that there was a knock-on in there somewhere from Connacht.
15, please.
They've got X-ray vision from this side, see? They're only 60 yards away.
JJ, there's no shot clock in the stadium. I'll tell you when he's 15.
Well, it may seem like a slightly odd thing to say, Shane, with one man sent off and another one in the sin bin, 13 men on the pitch, but otherwise Cardiff's discipline has been pretty good. That was perhaps the first time you might look at it and say that was almost unnecessary.
Yeah, coaches look at the penalties you don't need to give away, the offsides, not rolling away, and that side of it has been pretty decent from Cardiff, to be fair. Haven't put themselves under pressure in that area. Just been 2 collisions, hasn't it?
Until now, they've managed the period with 2 men down pretty well at Cardiff. But it will cost them 3 points. JJ Hanrahan narrows the deficit to a single point. There is the half-time whistle. There is the try scorer for Cardiff. What a cracker it was from Ben Thomas. But Cardiff, with only 13 men out there, have the lead. It is a vital period in the sheds for the coaches, but I must say, in its own way, it has been one of the best halves of rugby we've seen all season from Cardiff. 40 minutes to go here. Cardiff in front by 9 or 10 months after that magnificent British and Irish Lions tour to New Zealand in 1971. It still remains the only time the Lions have been down to New Zealand and won a series. So can Cardiff hang on? 7 points to 6. Oh, good to see the kids. They've had the run of the place during half-time. Close to a full house at the Arms Park. It's like the old days. Mackenzie Martin, who came off the bench very early on for Cardiff. They've still got the Petit Tamani in the sin bin. Ray Lilo sent off. Ben Donnell replaced early on his debut for Cardiff. His move from Gloucester only came through during the week. So Shane, for Cardiff, it's just about a test of everything, isn't it?
Raining.
Yeah.
Heart, lungs.
Yeah, I don't think you can question the heart. Certainly the first half proved that. When they went down to 14 men, they played their best rugby.
Okay, 10.
And they dug in defensively. Haven't conceded a try yet, but they have conceded the 6 points. The lungs are going to go because Connacht do like to move that ball around, try and manipulate the defence, move them from touchline to touchline. I don't think they're going to do anything different in this second half either. So it'll be tough on Cardiff. But what result if they can get one?
Caelan Blade with the first clearance, and he'll judge by the rather ironic cheers that he wasn't necessarily the best from the Connacht captain.
Cardiff! Let's go, guys!
Cardiff in no hurry. You can understand why. Andrea Piardi, the referee, just hurrying them along. There you can see the red and the yellow card on the graphic. 13-man Cardiff. Crucial for them to retain possession here, which they do. That was straight out of the textbook. There's Liam Belcher.
5, don't change.
Driving them all. And doing rather a good job of it.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage to Cardiff.
Advantage. 2 green.
Well, what a fantastic start to the second half for the hosts. If they are going to go down today, Shane, they're going to do it fighting.
Yeah, and it's to be expected, isn't it? Nice little funny line out. Great take. Good driving Morg up. Belcher on the front foot. The Connacht under pressure, and they're playing in the right areas, aren't they?
Connacht on the line, please.
Look for that. Belcher looked at one point, he's going to break off, but Heffernan trying to get his hands on him.
On the line.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win for Carey. Good position for Cardiff now.
Well, they're looking for more of the same here.
Let's go.
What an achievement it would be to score a try. 2 men down. Oh, Thomas Young trying to get over in the corner. Well, he ran out of road. And he lost his mates.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional at all. Cardiff looked like they were winning that race. They were going forward.
Thank you very much.
Almost by default. Thomas Young came out from the right-hand side there with the ball in his hand.
2 guys.
Too easy to defend for Connacht.
Paddy Tamani is just going through a few stretches. He'll be back in a couple of moments. And well, Connacht seem to be determined to make life easy for Cardiff.
That's such a gutsy throw-in, isn't it? You know, it's a 30-metre throw in poor conditions with the defence just rushing up on you. Okay, Conor Oliver, he should have caught it, but wouldn't have been my call.
Gutsy?
Very gutsy.
Some might suggest plain daft.
Okay, let's go.
Big blind side to defend, even with only 13 attackers. Owen Lane.
Fine.
Just showing Connacht they've got quite a job on here. It's a free kick. Mackenzie Martin has taken it straight in.
No hands.
Seamus Hurley Langton stood tall for that tackle. Here's Rhys Carey. Looking for Shane Lewis Hughes, wants to go himself, does Rhys Carey. There's Liam Belcher with a pickup.
Ellis Bevan almost went, right, Mackenzie, you have a go. He runs straight back into about 10 Connacht defenders.
Well, the appeal for the penalty. And Connacht have it.
Off feet by him. Five off feet and holding.
A bit naive of Cardiff, really. Should have just put the foot on the ball, slowed it down. Either gone for a quick tap or gone for that corner again. Just got a little bit excited.
Well, Lopeti-Tamani is back, so that yellow card will disappear in a moment. There he is.
Craig, put him in the middle.
Bear in mind, this is a Cardiff side without 9 squad members away with Wales. They've got a couple of others injured. That time neatly gathered in the line-out, but look how well Cardiff are competing. They get the penalty. And now temper's getting a little frayed. Perhaps they're a result of the excessive commitment of Cardiff and the frustration of Connacht.
Yeah, typical scrum half. Ellis Bevan, I think he was, just went over and screamed something. I think it was at Dave Heffernan.
Okay, number 2.
He gives him a little push, doesn't he?
Straight off feet.
Yeah. It's not like a scrum half to be chopsy, is it? And in your face. Small man syndrome.
Well, it comes on the tin.
I say small man syndrome. He's a foot taller than me.
Well, that's a call. Going for the corner.
Guys, we need the opponent. We need the opponent.
The textbook would say, I think, when you're a man down and you've got an opportunity to take 3 points and you're in front, you take them. But that's the sort of mood Cardiff are in tonight. It's a big if, but if they won this, it would be a stunning achievement. And this is heading in the right direction. You can see Ellis Bevan, and look at Andrea Piardi getting on all fours again. They're claiming a try for a moment. Well, it was a truncated appeal, but it's still there for Cardiff. Just a few flecks of plastic. And Tamani straight out of the bin and straight over the try line.
Yeah, had to be Lopeti-Tamani, didn't it? That's the way to pay your teammates back and the crowd. Sorry about that 10 minutes I wasn't on. I tell you what, I scored a try for you. It's a well-organised driving ball. That middle ball there. Good on the front foot. It looked like they got over the line. They certainly celebrated it, but it wasn't quite there. Yeah. Bit of a mismatch end, wasn't it?
Well, if you want a Welsh region to demonstrate to the national team and to Warren Gatland that they have cause for optimism next weekend in the Six Nations, you're getting it here over the back of the Principality. Men down against all odds. They have a 6-point lead. Now, can Tinas de Beer make it 8? And on a wet old night, anything in excess of 7 points is a very handy advantage. Big kick. Oh dear, blocked it.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting, doesn't it? But yeah, he's a big man, Lopeti-Tamani. There's no one stopping him from that far out. But you'd like to think Cardiff have deserved it. They played in the right areas. They put Connacht under pressure. A couple of nice little turnovers on the line out. Penalty for Connacht. And all of a sudden Cardiff are looking comfortable again.
Well, the confidence of youth there from Mackenzie Martin. Almost nicked that out of the grasp of a teammate. Ellis Bevan there, just popping it up. Tamani again. Here's Mackenzie Martin. Owen Lane. Cardiff don't want to get too carried away. Threatening to try and run it out of your own 22 on a night like this is not necessarily the way to do it. Here's Ellis Bevan.
9, use it!
Oh, the charge down, and it's been gathered by Ford.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier Joe Joyce and Niall Murray. They've been flirting all game with Ellis Bevan with that charge down.
So Cardiff on defensive duty again. Connacht inside the 22. There's the pick up from Prendergast. Prendergast going again. He's quite a player, this young man. Caelan Blade wants it. Still going, the scrum half. Eventually he's taken down. They're 3 metres out.
No hands! No hands. Ball is there. Play the ball, please.
This is a crucial couple of minutes in this match. But the referee sees a knock-on.
12 lost the ball.
Well, when they have to be on point, Connacht fluff their lines.
Yeah, it's been the story of the game for Connacht, doesn't it? They've looked pretty good in patches, but when they've got into the key areas, the danger zone we used to call it, it was questionable whether that was a crossing as well, wasn't it, from Conor Oliver there, from Caelan Blade. Yeah, you can see the try line 5 metres out. Cardiff in all sorts of trouble. And there it is. Ethel Ford just playing as a scrum half there, probably not used to getting his hands amongst all those feet and boots.
Crouch.
Just lets Cardiff off the hook again.
Boing.
Half an hour remaining.
Keep it up.
Cardiff with the only tries of the match.
Stay straight. Good.
Well, Caelan Blade can't believe it. He's offside.
9 in front of the ball. You need to stay behind.
Probably just a bit of frustration from Caelan Blade there. Probably thinking to himself, how were we actually behind in this game?
Well, this is a Connacht side who in recent weeks have beaten Bristol
Time off.
in the
Guys,
Champions
number
Cup.
1, 2, 3 and 5.
Bristol lost somebody early on to a red card in that match, which played a significant role in the outcome, but in the most recent round in the URC, Connacht got the better of Munster,
From my side, he wasn't a boundary, you were offside.
and they're making 4 changes.
Wait.
Dave Heffernan
Okay,
leading
let's
us.
Time back on.
So on comes Doug McElroy. They're wearing 18, Sammy Lowe. He'll be wearing the socks of the old Wesley club, Mackenzie Martin. Good carry from the youngster.
And off feet.
Yeah,
Yes, you need to come
he's
from
definitely
the
made
right
an
side
impact
and
since
off
he's come on, hasn't he? Strong on the ball. But there it looked like the line-out was going to be driven. Nice little cheeky pull away.
Yeah.
Problem is when you're that big and you get on the outside and you're running straight at a JJ Hanrahan or an outside half of his stature, there's only one winner. He's just gained Cardiff 60 yards.
Well, we really noticed Mackenzie Martin when he made his debut for Cardiff. That was here against the Stormers. Fantastic win that was for Cardiff. And we're noticing him today. What an incredible 3 months or so it's been in the career of that young man. 4 of the last 5 penalties conceded by Connacht. Here's Liam Belcher.
Guys, wait. Let's go. Backwards.
Well, it wasn't caught, but it still went backwards, and there's Belcher. Below it is who makes the tackle. Bevan. On here to Thomas, one of the try scorers.
Away green.
Bevan. Belcher, the captain. Just being met by Yashin Dowling. De Beer. Carry from Davis. Good control this from Cardiff. Well, that put the knockers on it, didn't it? They have to rebuild. That was Summerhill.
Ball is out. Let's go. 9, be careful.
On to Reece Carrick. This Connacht defence at the moment suffocating, Cardiff in possession, but they're going backwards at the moment, now inside their own half.
Yeah, I'm not sure Cardiff are trying to get from this. They're just going zigzagging, not really making any yardage. They're not tying any Connacht defenders, and in fact narrowing themselves. This was the only option they had.
Well, that was an awkward one to take for Turner O'Halloran. And now we've got to resolve. Was it in touch? Did he take it into touch?
No, wait. Where was the ball? The ball was off here, okay, on the line, so it's in line with the line, the foot is on the line.
Yep.
So the ball was already out? Yes, so we come back.
We're going all the way back. I guess we'll be generous and say that was well judged by Turner O'Halloran.
Yeah, I don't think he had a clue, did he? To be fair, he was trying to keep it in play. And he's had the benefit of the doubt on this one. But yeah, just from Cardiff there. Good defence from Connacht, but they didn't have to work hard for it. Cardiff were just running down the same channels every time by zigzagging.
The catch there from Niall Murray. That's the halfway line.
4, don't change. Okay, 1, I'm bound.
Blade. Hanrahan. There's Hanrahan again. The pass was poor. Turner O'Halloran was in space. If it had gone to hand, but it didn't. Here's Blade. Blade with the big hoof.
Use it.
Well, thus far, you'd have to say it has been a very mature performance from Cardiff. That's anyone's. Eventually picked up by Connacht.
No heads, Blue! No heads!
It is there for Caelan Blade. On there from Hanrahan. That was Illo on the crash. Cardiff defence at the moment being well marshalled, holding firm. That was Prendergast.
Boys there, don't play for penalty, thank you.
Oh, that's a terrific surge from Murray. Murray getting inside the 22. It's Bevan who takes him down. Now they've got some momentum. Can they build on this? The carry there from McElroy. Blade, Hanrahan. This looks better. That was Andrew Smith cutting in field. Well, Liam Belcher. He's nicked it out of the back pocket as the captain.
Take him back.
Back to Tinas de Beer. And de Beer, oh, it was taken back in. Well, I wonder if he heard. We could hear from here.
That's the last thing you want to hear. It's a wonderful turnover. Yeah, that says it all. That says it all. All that hard work.
Okay, guys,
Belcher's over the ball. There's no Connacht support. Lovely. Wins 10 yards for Cardiff. Thank you very much. Let's clear our lines. Whoops. He knew as soon as he kicked it, didn't he?
Yeah, he knew that he couldn't go directly into touch. And it was a bit of an ugly slice. Well, Cardiff are going to feel as if they run a marathon after 80 minutes here. There is a Connacht player down, just getting some treatment. If you just go through the Cardiff absentee list, Corey Domachowski, Kieran Asarati, first choice props, Teddy Williams, Jim Botham, who's injured, having picked up that injury over the back of here a couple of weeks ago against Scotland. Thomas Williams, Mason Grady, Josh Adams, Cam Winnett. So on comes Kieran Parker. He certainly made his presence felt on the opening night when he was red carded here against Benetton, and then while he was away picked up a hamstring injury, but he's got a job to do here. It's there with McElroy.
First off. Away, I'm bound. K9.
Blade's got it. Onto McElroy. A tackle coming in from Tamani. Ilo makes a meter.
No, hands full.
Well, that Cardiff defence being tested, but equal to the Connacht attack at the moment. And there's the counter ruck. And it's a penalty. So well timed. Brilliantly executed by Cardiff.
Brilliant counter ruck from Cardiff. Really digging in, and they really digging in this game. Belcher again involved. Tamani with some big hits. Just huge defence from Cardiff.
It's a lot of penalties, I understand. Some of them.
Any Connacht fans watching this game must be thinking, how are we going to score a try against this team?
Improve your discipline, please. Thank you.
Someone's pulled my hair like I'm a little girl.
Right.
Wag my hair.
Mate, I understand. Don't react.
I think Mackenzie Martin now complaining to the referee that he's having his hair pulled.
Thank you.
He said as well, like a little girl. So I don't know if the ref is going to answer that one, but I'm sure he'll take that just to stop Connacht getting through over that try line. But brilliant defence from Cardiff.
We play, let's go.
A big crowd at the Arms Park, moving closer to the edge of their seats. Heart sunk early on when Ray Lilo was shown that red card for that high hit on Shane Bolton.
Yeah, it's been a bit twitchy, isn't it, for the fans? A lot of questions asked for some decisions, but they've got to be proud with the performance so far after 58 minutes. It's whether or not this Cardiff team have got the engine to keep going to the end.
Back.
Experienced players will have to step up. That was one of them, Thomas Young. Here's Bevan, the counter ruck coming there from Connacht. Just unsettling Cardiff, but they have retained possession. They've lost a couple of metres. Referee urging
16.
Alice Bevan to use it. There's the old caterpillar. Long pass out. Connacht looking to stretch Cardiff now. Well, the chip ahead charged down, and Thomas almost got his hands in it, but
offside.
Well, there was the knock on, and then Cardiff player in an offside position.
Knock on, man in front.
Ooh, was it a knockdown or was it a knock on, sorry, or a charge down? Let's have a look.
Yeah, in front of the last man who played the ball.
I suppose.
You may well have heard discipline being shouted there. I rather suspect that was coming from Cardiff, because that was one of those penalties that you have to avoid, particularly in situations like this. Connacht can still afford to be patient. An alteration there in the back row. Conor Oliver has come off, and the former captain Jared Butler is on.
Move.
Shown into action there was Butler, wearing 20 on his back. We're into the final quarter of the match. It's going to be a long 20 minutes for Cardiff. That was McElroy. Now Connacht starting to look dangerous. Those lungs will be burning a little as far as Cardiff are concerned. And Connacht now just trying to find that crack in the defence. Well, they forced the penalty. Cardiff have come offside.
Advantage, another advantage. Offside again. Stay behind, Cardiff.
A second penalty advantage.
No heads.
Cardiff have to be wary here, not to concede any more than the penalty or the try, and they've got the score. And patience has told for Connacht as well as the one-man advantage. They have the try. And it's right underneath the post.
It was probably the first time we've seen Connacht play through the phases. Really put this Cardiff defence under pressure. Peter Dooley there, he's a big man, isn't he? But he has a bit of support from behind. From Prendergast, I think it is. Nice heavy man on top of him to get him over the line. But I'm just surprised it's taken this long for Connacht to score a try. It's been brilliant defence from Cardiff, but there's a lot of tired legs out there at the moment. Taking a long time to come away from those posts.
So the former Leinsterman, Pete Dooley, forcing his way over. The try converted by Hanrahan, and it is a 1-point lead. Now Cardiff have to go on the offensive again.
One thing Cardiff have done really well today is when they've been under pressure from Connacht, they've kind of bounced back straight away, and that's what they'll have to do to try and get that ball back. Easier said than done. Look at these big rangy second rows of Connacht going up in the air and being lifted as well. It's always difficult to kind of compete with that as a winger.
Ball is there, never lost it.
Connacht dealt well with the restart. It was a good catch from Niall Murray.
Use it.
Here's Blade.
Take him back.
Taken back into the 22, Hanrahan. Goes down the tram line to Beetham. He did drop it backwards. There's De Beer, and De Beer loses it forward, and that really is almost an unforced error. It's now in the possession of Ford.
Tackle! Guys, tackle, release, 4. No. Thank you. Well done. Advantage over.
Hanrahan. Now there's some space out wide for O'Halloran. Just handing off the defender. And almost for the first time now, Cardiff starting to look vulnerable.
Play on.
Well, that could have been the try-scoring pass in the end, though. A gift for Thomas.
Stay behind.
Again, how many times déjà vus and how many times have we seen Connacht break that defensive line? But either the pass hasn't been quite good enough, or mistake or an error or knock-on has occurred afterwards.
No, Gerard, not for me. Let's go, 9.
So they find themselves at the bottom of a cul-de-sac here, Cardiff. Bevan gets it away.
Again, Ellis Bevan under so much pressure there.
Okay, Cardiff on the line.
Hasn't got that coverage in front of him to try and stop those big rangy second rows charging it down.
Yeah, time off. Give you the time
again
for the boots.
It's a lovely 1-2. Hurley, Langton and Prendergast. But how didn't they finish that?
Time back on.
Good pressure there from Andrew Smith, forcing the knock-on. And this rain has been persistent all afternoon. McElroy.
Ball! In the 5.
That is the Cardiff 22. Captain's got it. On from Hanrahan. There comes Hawkshaw. Hanrahan once more.
Tackle, release.
Martin making the tackle along with a couple of his mates. That was Ford.
The breakdowns again quicker and quicker for Connacht now. It says to me that Cardiff are a little bit tired. They have had to defend quite a lot in this game. Connacht have got their tails up, haven't they?
Advantage.
Yes, it's been their best 10 minutes of the match so far, and now they've got the penalty.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Yeah, I understand, but on the wrong side. 20. Not rolling away.
Yes, for the first time, we're hearing one or two groans around the Arms Park.
they're starting to get a foothold in the game now, and they're finishing the stronger. Understandable, really, when you look at all the defending Cardiff have had to do. They'll be down to 14 men for huge part of this game. It's going to take its toll. Connacht are a team that they do like to offload out to the tackle, try play with a bit of width, even in these poor conditions. Probably used to it down in Galway, to be fair, but they're finishing the stronger.
Well, it was when the rain came down in Galway in the last round against Munster when they overcame the defending champions. And that man, JJ Hanrahan, played a role in that. And his place kicking has been outstanding this season.
Thank you very much for your help.
Kicking percentages in the high 80s.
Yep.
Wearing 16, Evan Daniel, replacing the captain.
Yeah, I think the captain's been superb today, Liam Belcher. He has led from the front. He's had to work really, really hard. Couple of turnovers. Wasn't easy for him in the line-out. In these conditions, certainly.
Well, the slice kick, but it's proved quite an effective one. Tinas de Beer going back. Good chase as well. A territorial gain from Connacht.
He's cramping up as well, Tinas de Beer.
Number 9 and number 10.
He's not moving
10.
too good.
Number 10.
Cardiff changing their two halfbacks, 21 and 22 on. That's Jamie Hill and Arwell Robson. Off goes Tinas de Beer, who's hobbling a little bit.
Time off. Hooker. Guys, Hooker, don't step. And then don't close the gap. Most of you. Backwards.
Well, it was fumbled, but it went backwards.
They're behind. Behind.
Kian Prendergast plays scrum half.
Use
For
it.
Mackenzie Martin right in the thick of things again for Cardiff. Here's Callan Blade. All Lane can't gather it. The mistake's really coming from Cardiff now. There's Prendergast. Good hands from Hanrahan. There goes Hawkshaw.
Advantage is over.
Hanrahan floats it out wide onto McElroy. And here goes Andrew Smith.
Backwards. With the fit. Play on. With the fit.
Well, Mackenzie Martin for a moment appeared to have it.
Release.
Thomas Young has turned it.
Read before the tackle. Read before the tackle.
Well, that's the first bit of good news for a few
Read before the
minutes
tackle.
for Cardiff.
Hold!
The referee corrected himself then, didn't he? Great play from Thomas Young again.
Away, Green.
Cardiff just need to get their hands back on the ball.
Well, there wasn't a name on that, but in the end it's taken in by Shane Lewis-Hughes.
Stay on side.
There's Jamie Hill, the replacement scrum half in the
16
Cardiff
on side.
23 for the first time since November, and Cardiff have a
16 on
penalty.
6.
Just Mackenzie Martin and Seb Davies just taking a knee there. Been that kind of game, isn't it? Thomas Young does well. Touch and go whether or not he was allowed to go for that, but I think Callan Blade is still on his feet, isn't he? He's allowed to rip it. Ruck wasn't formed.
Thank you, Craig. Okay, set there. Don't move. 6-man east.
It's been quite a return to action for Thomas Young, having just his fourth start of the season here. Those multiple tweaks and pulls and tears at the calf. Evan Daniel, a throw for him. Goes for Mackenzie Martin. Gathers it himself. Just stays in play, but in the end it goes into touch. Well, it was well harried by Connacht.
Man who ball was exposed, he can play the man. Hands on the ground. Hands on the ball, sorry. Guys, number 9 and number 10.
Interesting to see if there was any interference there with Mackenzie Martin. It looked like it was almost tapped out of his hands a little bit, put the pressure on Cardiff. But they had to win that ball back.
JJ Hanrahan is being replaced. There's Jack Carty. Great name of Connacht Rugby, has already made more than 200 appearances for Connacht. Well, the throw-in not straight.
Not straight.
That's the biggest roar we've had for a while on this side from the Cardiff fans.
Okay, that's a mark.
But what it does do, it puts them in a great position to attack this left-hand side
That's a mark.
for Cardiff.
Yep.
Big blind side as well, so it'll be interesting to see what Owen Lane does here. He's just hovering behind the scrum. What that'll do, it keeps Andrew Smith guessing. He can't leave that big blind side there.
It has been a performance full of heart by Cardiff. They trail by 4. Whatever happens from here, this is a very useful Connacht side and not seriously depleted by absences because of the Six Nations. Already this season they've beaten Glasgow, they've beaten Ulster. They've also seen off the Sharks in Durban, their one away win of the season. Quite an achievement that, despite the lowly position of Sharks in the league at the moment.
Crouch!
They came very close to beating Leinster at home as well. And then in the last round, that victory against Munster.
Guys, it's the second reset.
Yeah, very good
in the first
team,
half,
Connacht.
no problem. Just a
Like you
couple
just
of free
said,
kicks.
don't
Now,
seem to
both
get
of
too
you, break foot is not there. Okay,
too
you need
worried
to keep
about
your
losing
break foot,
players
okay?
to international
Both of
duty.
you.
That's always great for your club or
Let's
your
go.
region. Well, that does as well. You've got a group of players there that are used to playing with each other week in, week out. And they play like that, don't they, with their offloading game, their wraparounds. Everyone seems to know what they're doing. I think their problem tonight has just been they've made too many errors in key areas. You know, certainly their coaches will look at this and say there was 2 or 3 other tries that should have been scored by Connacht. And if they go on to win this, it was far too close for them.
Jamie Hill with a put-in.
9. Use it.
There goes Lane, stepping off his right foot.
No! Ball is there. He's your player.
It is there for Cardiff. The Petit Tamani. That time it was Kieran Parker. It goes out wide. Beetham in the line. They're up to the 22.
Tackle, guys, tackle.
Daniel just being held up for a moment. There's Thomas. Kieran Parker with the carry. At the moment, Cardiff not really testing the defence, a little thread through. Well, there was a little knock on there from Cardiff.
And that's always, you know, the gamble really.
Guys,
when you put
15.
the ball to the ground in these conditions.
15.
Very easy to knock the ball on
1-5.
both sides, really. I just felt that Cardiff perhaps could have kept
Guys, 15.
their hands on the ball a little bit more, play through the phases. They were in a brilliant area to attack Connacht, put Connacht under pressure, hopefully look for that penalty to come and then kick to the corners.
Connacht.
So Cardiff playing what could be their last card. Willis Halaholo coming off the bench, replacing
Come here,
Jacob Beetham.
That's a mark.
Just a bit of experience, isn't it? Try and get something out of this game.
No. I said the mark. Yeah. You put your feet. You adjust the feet in front of him. Okay?
Crowd attendance today believed to be just a little in excess of 12,000.
Crouch! Bind! Break foot, Cardiff, all the way back.
Well, Andrea Piardi had warned both sides about breakfoot problems at the last scrum.
I don't have to tap it, no, I can get straight out.
This time it's Cardiff who are copping the blame.
Yes, it's great to see a big crowd at Cardiff again. Not the first time of the season. That's a strange kick.
Yes, it wasn't out of the middle from Jack Carty. Thomas is after it. Inside the last 5 minutes. Connacht on the threshold of what will be just their second away win of the season. The last one coming in rather different conditions. The heat and humidity of Durban.
Oh, the front!
Back to Carty. That's rather more out of the middle. There's Thomas. Owen Lane. Oh dear. In danger of running into trouble there. It was a good chase from Connacht.
No, anchor on the body.
Yeah, he was stuck between a rock and a hard place there, Owen Lane. He looked to the right-hand side because he was hoping there'd be someone hugging the touchline there to kind of try and narrow up that Connacht defence. There was no one there. Halahola was just inside him. He thought, I'm not going to get around you, Owen Lane, you're too quick.
Okay, use it.
So Jamie Hill.
Stop. 14.
One or two players were ahead of the kicker there, which is why they're having to stop. But then I think that might have been lost forward. In fact, it's a penalty. Well, the referee going back because though he had warned one or two Cardiff players, they didn't all stop.
14 in front of the kicker. Then we have a clear knock-on. First infringement, 14 in front.
Referee just confirming that the first infringement was the offside. You can see 4 or 5 players.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, over there.
Well, as things stand, Cardiff are clinging on to a losing bonus point, which you'd have to say is the least they deserve today.
Clear, leaving the line out. Guys, too clear, leaving the line out. Yes, all of them.
Again, another error from Connacht in the danger zone. Definitely, coaches will definitely be addressing that next week. They put Cardiff under so much pressure, but they've come away so many times with no points from that 22.
Connacht have won their last 7 matches against teams from the Welsh regions, which equals their best ever sequence. That was achieved 22 years ago. So they're poised to end a bit of a hoodoo at the Arms Park. 7 years since they last won here.
No, hand screen.
Cardiff have 2 minutes to change that.
Use it. Behind.
That time the flat kick, the bounce, an awkward one for Smith. He recovers well. Good chase from Lane. But somehow Cardiff need to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, interesting kick from Jamie Hill, wasn't it? I don't know if he caught it right, but caused a bit of problem for Connacht, but they've got the ball back.
Here's Michael McDonald, the replacement scrum half. Thomas almost got down on one knee for that one.
No, play on.
Here's Mackenzie Martin. Thomas Young, who's had a fantastic game.
Leave him, 5.
Last minute. Thomas. Halahola. Good tackle around the ankles. Well, they were stood looking at it, expecting somebody to catch it. In the end, it's the job of Lane to gather it.
No.
Yeah, Connacht just spread in the pitch now with their defenders, not really worrying about that breakdown, waiting for Cardiff to make the mistake.
Play on.
Well, it's been turned over. And here goes Illo, powering his way forward, pumping his knees. McDonald into position. Carty there waiting for it. The pass there onto Prendergast, but the pass was forward.
Thank you for pass. Yeah,
Well, we will have one final set piece.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that 22 metres of Cardiff, but
Time off.
Connacht maybe kicking themselves with the amount of errors they've made in that area. Really should have put Cardiff to the sword there. That's all they needed, was one more breakdown, one more phase. Kick the ball out, thank you very much, we'll take the win. To say it's been scrappy is an understatement, but I think the fans will be of Cardiff will be certainly happy with the way the lads have performed today, been up against it. They played right till the end. That man, Thomas Young, has
Cardiff.
been superb.
Connacht.
As to as Lopeti
Connacht.
Tamani, even though he had a yellow card.
Cardiff. Let's go, please.
Had a real crack at it today. It's not over yet, though.
This is the mark.
Well, it's been a day where Cardiff have won the hearts, but it's going to be Connacht to take the points. Connacht starting the day in 10th place.
Crouch.
4 points here will keep them in touch with the top 8.
Well, there's no Cardiff fans leaving yet. They're a little bit nervous. Can they sense something special? No.
Look at the power there of that Connacht scrum, but he wants to reset it. Well, it was a knock-on actually from Cardiff, and the whistle goes for the end of the match. It's been a tremendous performance from Cardiff, down to 14 men. You could see there John Muldoon, who was the Connacht captain the last time they won here, almost 7 years ago to the day. That's now 8 consecutive victories for Connacht against Welsh Regions, and a second away win of the league season for Connacht, following on from that steamy triumph in Durban last